2020 has been a year like never before for me and my family. I think I try to always find a silver lining. Maybe it's the universe way of saying stop, take a pause, regroup. So I'd been working, and I got a call from Vince that he was hysterical when he called me, almost crying and he said, Tamar, and I couldn't make out what he was saying. I said, Vince, what's going on? Talk to me. And he said, Tamar's in the hospital. She tried to kill herself. And I remember going, wait a minute, what happened? Wait a minute, calm down, Vince. What are you saying? Tell me again. It was surreal to me.
Toni called. She told me that Tamar was rushed to the hospital.
I received several phone calls when I was asleep, and Trina called Sean, and Sean ran up the stairs and handed me the phone and woke me up, and Trina told me that Tamar tried to commit suicide.
She was going through some emotional angst and just allowed herself to not take precaution in handling, her consumptions.
I was terrified when I heard that Tamar was in the hospital. I was terrified because I didn't know what state she was in, on how they were going to treat her. A lot of questions in my mind that no one would answer for me.
I went straight to the hospital, went straight in to try to see her. Because of COVID, they wouldn't let us go into the patient area. So I kind of waited there for the doctors to come out to talk to me.
It didn't matter to me whether there were, Corona, Morona, He-Rona, or She-Rona. I didn't care. I caught the first thing smoking. I left the same day, maybe within hours, because I needed to see my child. I needed to see how she was doing. I wanted to make sure she was alive and well.
The first thing for me is, are you okay?
When I heard the news, I was stunned and really numb.
It just seemed like a dream, a bad dream.
I think that everyone has been stressed. Everyone has had a high level of stress. It's just, I feel that everyone needs to just pay attention to their friends and their family members who continuously say that they're sad.
When someone constantly and consistently says certain things, you have to take the time to listen and maybe even ask questions.
I knew Tamar was struggling. I knew she was going through a lot. I knew that, but I didn't think that it would be at this point of feeling there's no hope, there's no way out, and the only hope and the way out she could have was to end it all. I didn't know that part.
You feel guilty. You wonder if you could have done more. You think you're angry. Why would they do that? You're angry at yourself for not noticing. Then you do the whole, okay, but they're going to be okay. You try to tell yourself, oh, they're going to be okay. It's all these emotions, signs of grief that you go through.
I had no idea that my sister was struggling like this. And the pandemic is going on. I wish I would be there for my sister and give her a hug.
I'm just prayerful that she is on the mend of being the 100% Tamar that we know and love.
Tamar's my sister, and I love her. And all I want for Tamar is peace and wellness and love.
I think if I'd have lost Tamar, that would have been too much. Too much.
It's very difficult for me to talk about the situation because I want to preserve my sister's privacy, and she wants to heal. She's working on that. So I don't want to sit here and tell her life, her story. It's not my story to necessarily tell, but I do want to talk about how it made me feel in hopes that if anyone else out there is going through or experienced any of the things my family's going through, maybe we can help the next person.
I've seen Tamar I've spoken to Tamar. Tamar's in a good space. Tamar has a story to tell. But Tamar needs to be that person to tell the story, and no one else.